Good morning. Hi. Welcome to the most wonderful people of Earth. My name is Tripti, and today we will be learning a very interesting and important topic, mole concept of grade 9. So, सुना है ना कि नींव मजबूत होनी चाहिए? यस, तो वैसे ही केमिस्ट्री की नींव है ये. If you know this concept very well, if this is strong, then you don't have to worry about chemistry. No, I'm not talking about only grade 9, 10, 11, 12. In fact, graduation, post graduation, whenever you are studying chemistry, this concept will help you definitely. So, why are we waiting? Wait किस चीज की हो रही है? Let's get started. So in this chapter, for introduction, let's see this gif. Suppose you have gone to a supermarket or a shop and then you ask the shopkeeper that shopkeeper, मुझे apples खरीदने. All right? आपको apples खरीदने, you tell that to the shopkeeper. वो आपको apples पैक करके दे देगा या आपको देखेगा? He must be wondering. What is he wondering? सही पकड़े हैं. He would ask you how many apples. You have to tell him ना कितने apples चाहिए, वो तो बताना ही पड़ेगा. So just like that, आपको केमिस्ट्री में भी क्वांटिफाई करना पड़ता है. You need to know the quantity. So वही बात करने वाले हैं हम आज. We will be talking about the unit of amount of a substance. हम कैसे, फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर हमको एलिमेंट्स की बात करनी है, कंपाउंड्स की बात करनी है, कोई रिएक्शन हो रहा है, हाइड्रोजन रिएक्ट कर रहा है ऑक्सीजन के साथ वाटर बनाने के लिए, तो फिर वी नीड टू नो द क्वांटिटी. इसीलिए मोल को केमिस्ट काउंटिंग यूनिट कहते हैं, बिकॉज वी यूज मोल फॉर काउंटिंग इन केमिस्ट्री. मोल कहां से आया? From where did this word come? So mole came from a Latin word that means heap or pile. So ये एक लैटिन शब्द है जिसका मतलब होता है heap या pile. इसीलिए ये word हमने यूज किया. Why? Because this is just like, when you will know what one mole is, it's just like a pile of atoms or molecules. तो इसीलिए उसको हम मोल कहते हैं. एंड दिस इज द एसआई यूनिट ऑफ अमाउंट ऑफ सब्सटेंस. सो अमाउंट ऑफ सब्सटेंस का एसआई यूनिट इज मोल. ऑलराइट, वन मोल कितना होता है? जैसे कि आप गए स्टोर में, यू आस्क्ड ओके मेरे को 1 डजन एप्पल्स चाहिए, तो आपको 12 एप्पल्स दे देंगे, राइट? बिकॉज 12 tells you that it is 1 dozen. So वैसे ही there is a number assigned to mole also. One mole also has a number to it. What is this number? This is a very interesting, very big number. This number is 6.022 times 10 to the power 23 atoms, molecules or particles. So, अगर हम बोले कि आई एम आस्किंग अबाउट कार्बन एलिमेंट, तो 1 mole of carbon would contain these many atoms. If I am talking about water, so 1 mole of water would contain these many molecules of water. And this number, this interesting number, is called as Avogadro's number. To honor this Italian scientist, this number was called as Avogadro's number. His name is Amedeo Avogadro. So इस number को हम Avogadro's number कहते हैं. And we are going to learn much more in higher classes. एवोगैड्रोस नंबर या एवोगैड्रोस कांस्टेंट? इसकी क्या जरूरत पड़ी? व्हाई डिड वी नीड टू यूज दिस क्वांटिटी मोल? हम सिर्फ मॉलिक्यूल्स और एटम्स से भी तो काम चला सकते थे ना. We could have said that, okay, fine, I want 2 molecules, 3 molecules I need for my reaction, and I'll use this. जैसे कि we know how water is formed, right? So for that I need 2 molecules of hydrogen, 1 molecule of oxygen. That will give me 2 molecules of H2O. Done. Excellent. I can prepare water like this then. Can I? We know, let's say this is a glass of water. It has many molecules of H2O. So we can't just take like 1 molecule or 2 molecules, because these are very tiny things. So we cannot use 1 or 2 molecules in our reaction, right? Therefore, the need of mole. Just like we generally don't take 1 apple or 2 apples, that's why we use dozens to simplify things. Same, to simplify quantities in chemistry, we use mole instead, and we don't use molecules and atoms. Like, we don't talk about them when we need to quantify. Now, when we are talking about mole, when we are quantifying them, we are simplifying them. So we can also say that this reaction means 2 moles of hydrogen plus 1 mole of oxygen will give me 2 mole of water, right? So that's why we have simplified and we are using mole. So simpler, we measure 2 moles and we measure 1 mole. फिर से क्वेश्चन मार्क आ गया कि मैम यू ओनली सेड मॉलिक्यूल्स तो इतने सारे होते हैं, 6.022 times 10 to the power 23, those many molecules are there in 1 mole. कैसे ले लेंगे 1 mole? तो यहीं पे एक और एडवांटेज, एक और बेस्ट बात हमें पता चलती है मोल की. Another advantage to mole is that the mass is also fixed. ये कैसे हुआ? Yes, mass is also fixed. जैसे कि हम फ्रूट्स की बात करें, if I say that I am buying apples, okay, ये एक छोटा एप्पल है, वहीं पे 2 टाइप के एप्पल्स रखे हुए, there are 2 crates, smaller apples and then there are bigger apples. So ये तो आपको भी पता है, if you take 12 number of these apples, that would weigh more than these 12 apples. जो छोटे एप्पल्स होंगे, अगर वो आप 12 लोगे, they would weigh less than the bigger apples. ये तो आपको पता है. But atoms and molecules, यहाँ पे कोई कंफ्यूजिंग बात है ही नहीं, because if I'm talking about one element, all the atoms of that element would be same. They would be exactly the same. That's why we can fix the mass here also. In what way? So 1 mole is also equal to the atomic weight or the molecular weight of that particular substance. If we are talking about atoms, then atomic weight. If we are talking about molecules, then molecular weight. So this way you can very easily measure also. You know that if I am talking about, so let's learn more about it, right? So if I am talking about oxygen, oxygen's atomic weight is 16 grams. So 1 mole of oxygen would have 16 grams. This would be equal to 16 grams. If I'm talking about carbon, 1 mole of carbon would have 12 grams because that is the atomic weight. अगर हम molecules की बात करें, जैसे कि H2O, we know that H2O's molecular weight is equal to 18 grams. How? There are two atoms of hydrogen. So 2 multiplied by 1 gram, that is the atomic weight of hydrogen, plus 16, that is the atomic weight of oxygen. This gives us 18 grams. Therefore, 1 mole of water would have 18 grams. Contains 18 grams. So this makes it simple, and we can compare these two terms. If you want to know the mole, you have mass, you will be able to know. So now we have understood, but another important thing is to apply it. Will we be able to apply what we have learned? Let's see. So for that, we have some practice questions. The first question is, calculate the number of moles for 52 grams of helium. क्या पूछ रहे हैं? They are asking us कि 52 ग्राम हीलियम में कितने नंबर ऑफ मोल्स हैं? तो हमने अभी क्या पढ़ा था कि अगर हमको एटॉमिक वेट पता है, 1 मोल में उतना ही होता है. So 1 mole of helium contains 4 grams because that is the atomic weight of helium. So if 4 grams of helium is equal to 1 mole, how many moles will 52 gram be equal to? Simple, we just cross multiply and find out. So 52 multiplied by 1 divided by 4. We know that 4 times 13 is 52. So here we go. 13 moles is the answer. 13 moles of helium contains 52 grams of it. So that's it. You've solved one question. Let's move to another type of question. The next question is, calculate the mass of 0.5 mole of N2 gas. Now, if you see, they are talking about 2 atoms of nitrogen, not an atom. This is a molecule. Okay, nitrogen molecule it is. So 1 mole of N2 will be equal to the molecular mass of N2. Nitrogen has 2 atoms. So 2 multiplied by the atomic weight. Atomic weight of nitrogen is 14. So that 2 multiplied by 14 gives us 28. 28 grams is present in 1 mole of N2. So if 1 mole contains 28 grams, what mass would 0.5 mole contain? Very simple. 0.5 means it is half mole. So you can simply half it and get the value. Half of 28, that is 14. There you go, that's your answer. Or you can do it this way, 28 multiplied by 0.5. One and the same thing, you will get 14 grams. So therefore, 0.5 mole of N2 contains 14 grams of it. That's our answer. Moving on to the next question. Calculate the number of particles in 46 grams of sodium atoms. So sodium, that is represented this way, has atomic number 23. So if we know the atomic weight of sodium, we will be able to calculate the number of particles. How? We know that 1 mole contains 6.022 times 10 to the power 23 particles, right? So if 1 mole has these many particles, we know that 1 mole also has 23 grams. We will be able to find out how many particles will be there in 46 grams. So if 23 gram contains 6.022 times 10 to the power 23 particles, how much would 46 gram of sodium contain? 46 gram of sodium will be equal to 6.022 times 10 to the power 23 multiplied by 46 divided by 23. 23 times 2 is 46. So double of this. That means 12.044 times 10 to the power 23. That's right. These many particles are present in 46 gram of sodium. So here we go. We have solved another one. Next question. Calculate the number of particles in 8 gram of oxygen molecules. Now here, the question is similar to the last one. It's just that we have changed the element. We are talking about oxygen molecules now. O2 molecules we are talking about. So first of all, we should know what is the molecular weight of O2. Now molecular mass or molecular weight of O2 is equal to 32 grams. Why? Because 2 atoms of oxygen is there. 1 atom of oxygen is 16 grams. That is atomic weight. So double of that will be the molecular weight of O2 because 2 atoms are there. So 32 grams is the answer. Molecular mass of O2 is 32 grams. So now if we know this, we know that 1 mole will be equal to 32 grams. And 1 mole contains 6.022 times 10 to the power 23 particles. So if 32 grams of O2 contains 6.022 times 10 to the power 23 particles, 8 grams would contain 6.022 times 10 to the power 23 multiplied by 8 divided by 32. So we will solve this. 8 times 4 is 32. And when you divide 4 by 6.022 times 10 to the power 23, you will get approximately 1.51 times 10 to the power 23 particles. So now we have understood the concept of mole and we can apply it. We will be able to find out the number of particles if the mass is given or mole is given, or we can calculate mass of a substance if we know how many moles of it is present and if we know the atomic weight or molecular weight. So now I hope that mole concept has been simplified to you. You know it very well now. And if you know this well now, chemistry is not difficult at all for you. That's all for the video today. I hope you liked the video and you have understood the concept. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. See you in the next video.